Hi everybody, my name is t.crouse and welcome to my playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. To start off, I'm going to tell you guys what I did for my character. I named him t.crouse, obviously. I made him a male because I am a male. I chose Bandit because I usually like to do a strength build. This is going to be a 100% playthrough, so strength is like the easiest option in my opinion. For the gift, I did black fire bombs just to get that weapon in the beginning from the first boss. My physique is slim because I'm slim. I did Far East Traveler for my face because far east of the United States is Maryland, and I live in Maryland. So, for hair, I did shaved because I'm practically bald underneath my hat, and my hair color and eye color is dark brown because that's what it is in real life. So, let's get started.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Okay. Let's get started. To start off with, I'm going to tell you guys how I do a 100% playthrough. The first playthrough, I'd usually do it to where every soul I get goes toward leveling up and upgrading weapons. That's about it. And it's usually just one weapon that I upgrade. But the rest of my souls pretty much just go to leveling up just so I can make my character as strong as possible. And the second playthrough, I usually try to do like, well, hold on, before I get to the second playthrough, my first playthrough, I usually like to get my vitality, strength, and endurance to 50. And then the second playthrough, I try to do either faith or intelligence. I upgrade that, and I also buy all of the sorceries, miracles, and pyromancies. So with the pyromancies, you have to also upgrade the pyromancy flame, so I also do that second playthrough. And then the third playthrough is pretty much just like covenants. You upgrade through the covenants and do the boss soul weapons. That's pretty much what the third playthrough is.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Yes.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Thanks.
Oh, and this.
Thank you.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Thank you for getting me out of that jail cell, Oscar. So, the first playthrough, well, actually, all the playthroughs, I lied, are gonna be, I'm going to do everything I possibly can every single playthrough. So that means every boss, so I get a bunch of souls. And, the quest lines I feel like doing. So, like Solaires is a given. First playthrough patches. Well, no, I might do all of patches. Like encounters. But I will never be doing Lautric's questline. And I'll probably do Rhea's questline every time. Because it's just like part of the playing the main quest anyway. And Solaires is just part of the main quest anyway too, so I'll just do his every time. And Siegmeyer's is pretty much part of the main quest every time too, so I'll do his every time. But first playthrough I won't be buying anything unless like, well, no, I buy 5 things I think the whole playthrough. Hold on.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Okay, now I forget what I was talking about. Something about the first run. I'll be playing pretty cautiously the whole time. I'm not gonna be doing any like run down in the catacombs like early on to get certain things. I'm not gonna be doing that. I want to try to stay pretty cautious the whole time. I'm probably gonna do every playthrough, like every game, like first game, second game, and third. First playthrough, second playthrough, and third playthrough. Probably gonna do the same like route every time. That was close. Oh, the reason I'm not going to be doing Lautric's questline ever is because the one achievement that you need to get 100% is Knight's Honor, and that's like a weapon achievement. And the only thing you get from Lautrec's questline is armor, and there is no achievement for armor, only weapons. And there's also an achievement for all pyromancies, all miracles, and all sorceries, but nowhere is there anything about like armor. So I'm not even gonna do his questline. It's completely pointless to do. I tried to do a run where I went down in the catacombs after I got the Drake sword to get the Rite of Kindling and to get the Silver Serpent ring, but for some reason I completely forgot that the Tomb of Giants is pitch black, and I died like 3 times and I just gave up. So I tried to like I could have had the Skull Lantern if I killed all of the Necromancers, but I didn't feel like sitting at a bonfire, so because I wanted to be able to get the Silver Serpent ring and then just homeward bound back to the Firelink Shrine, so I didn't have to run the way back up. And I cannot survive on 10 Estus flasks down there for some reason. So I just gave up on that. And now I'm here playing very cautiously. Since we're going a strength build, the first weapon I'm probably going to use is oh shit, I'm dead. The first weapon I'm probably going to use will be the Great Club, and that's probably it. I'm debating on whether or not the Great Club or the Large Club, but it's probably going to be the Great Club, because the Large Club is like worse. Well, actually, technically it's not, because it has an A in strength. So maybe the Large Club if we get it. I can farm it anyway if I want it. Okay, now we can talk to NPCs. I do a beginning run first. That's where I grab all the stuff in Firelink, and then I grab the Firekeeper Soul, and then that's pretty much it.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Okay, so, the Crestfallen Warriors questline, it typically ends with you killing him, but if you stop talking to him at a certain point, he won't try to kill another NPC. Because every time he tries to kill the other NPC, he dies, and that's why you have to. He's hollow, or you find him down in New Londo Ruins hollow. And if you don't let him, if you don't talk to him as much as you can, he won't die. So you can talk to him as much as you want now, but like once you ring the second bell of awakening, Frampt pops up, which is another NPC. He comes up over here, and the crestfallen warrior says that he smells bad or something, and maybe there's something he should do about it, and that means that he's gonna try to like kill him, and he completely fails and turns hollow. So if you don't let him say those lines, he will not die. There's like no repercussion of him dying or him becoming hollow, if that's the correct word I'm using. There's like if he goes hollow and you kill him, like nothing bad happens. But I just don't want him to die. I don't know why. I don't want to kill any of the NPCs except for Lotrick. So
hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance, if possible. Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
thanks.
Oh my. You again? Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
It sure would.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Learn gesture. We're gonna be getting all the gestures, even though there's no achievement for it, like there is in either 2 or 3. I'm not sure which one there's an achievement for it. And we're probably gonna be getting all the rings too, so that's not an achievement either, but it is in 2 or 3. But if you're like me and you're doing a strength build, I wouldn't even worry about buying any of these. Like I said, I'm not buying anything in the first playthrough, but I mean, you're probably, if you're following along with me, I don't know if you are or not, but you might be different. You might buy these. The only reason you should buy these is if you're like a faith build. But if you're not a faith build, I recommend just waiting to do Rhea's quest line, because she sells these for a lot cheaper. If you're like trying to save souls and stuff, but like if you're like collecting every single thing possible, then go ahead. But if I get to 50 in my vitality, strength, and endurance the first playthrough, I might like off-camera farm souls and then buy everything from him and Griggs, and not Big Hat Logan, because you can't unless you like save Seath as the second to last boss. I could buy all of them, but I'm not sure what I'll do. Well, when we get there, we'll figure it out, I guess. So he talks about an undead mission. If you talk to him, I'll just talk to him.
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm. An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
No.
I'm afraid that may be difficult, for our missions are sacred. Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
I think if you say yes, he pretty much just talks about like kindling fires, bonfires. That's what an undead mission is, or something like that. So let's level up. And now we can move on with our lives. Got a fast roll. It's like really satisfying not buying anything. I think that's what I was going to talk about before we flew here from the other side. There's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 things that I buy the whole playthrough, and that is the residence key, the bottomless box, the smith box, the armor smith box, and the weapon smith box, and I'm pretty sure that's it. That's the only things I buy. Well, if you don't count weapon upgrades, I'd buy Titanite shards and stuff. So, is he gonna do a super jump? Typically, if you like backstab someone, or well, these beginning guys, if you backstab them or parry them, you get more souls. So, just so you know, it's like some kind of percentage to where if you get so much % of their health, I don't know how it is, but you get more souls typically. The more health you get down from them. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to word it. Let's see if we get a humanity from this guy. Nope. We're going to do Solaire's quest the cheaty way. We're gonna get the poison mist pyromancy from Blighttown. Hold on, I'll give you an example of what we're gonna do. Okay, so there is a covenant called the Chaos Servant Covenant, and the covenant item that you have to give them is humanity. And if you give that covenant 30 humanity, you get the ability to go through a door that is normally locked, and it gives you a shortcut to Lost Izalith from Demon Ruins. And if you do 30 humanity and unlock that door that way, there's this enemy that ends up killing or making an NPC go hollow if you don't kill it before that part of his quest line. But there's a way to cheat, or there's a way to kill that enemy without opening that door. And it's like, if you go to Blighttown, there's this thing called Poison Mist. It's a pyromancy, and you can like stand next to the door like this and shoot the pyromancy, and it'll have Poison Mist is like a poison gas kind of like effect, and it just goes right through the door, and then the poison mist hits the enemy that kills Solaire, and it dies. And the item that it drops is always there, which is a hat that has a light on it, and that light is very useful in the catacombs, by the way. Well, the Tomb of Giants. And it's always there, so if you kill it, you can get through that door later in the game, and then pick up that hat. But that's the way that we're going to do Solaire's questline. The first and second playthrough. The third playthrough, we're probably going to have the Covenant to 30 humanity anyway, so that's why we're doing the first and second playthrough like cheating with the glitch. I don't even know if it's considered a glitch. That the developers obviously know about it, so. I get like a long sword off of somebody. He has like 75 health. I hit him for 74. Ouch. Crossbow that we're gonna get in a couple seconds anyway. God, I keep doing that. It's working.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
So we're going to be buying this key from him and these two things later when we have enough souls.
Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave. Thank you kindly.
Just realized that I missed one of the areas, which is okay. We gotta go back this way anyway. If someone's watching this, they're probably like triggered I didn't go down there. I was like, why do I not have 1,600 souls? Because usually you have 1,600 when you buy that residence key. That's up here. Right here's where we get the crossbow. Here's the spot that I missed. So you get 24 if you kill him with a parry, or like if you do a lot more damage than what health he has, and then watch what happens whenever you just kill him normally. I think it's like 20. Yeah. And then this guy, I will get 24. Because he has like 50 health, but I did 171 damage, so it's like 2 times his health. I don't know if that's what the multiplier is or not. It's less than that, I guess. I'm getting the extra bit of souls by just hitting him double-handed. The rubbish that I just picked up, I'm pretty sure you can give that to Snuggly, which is a NPC on the undead at the undead asylum. And I think you get that weapon You get this weapon if you give that rubbish to them, I think. That's how you get that. So you don't really have to kill the first boss with your first encounter to get that weapon. You can get it anytime you want. I'm also not going to level up yet because we got to save our souls up for that bottomless box and stuff. If you're new to Dark Souls, oh man, that is the secret to killing enemies, spinning around them. Oh, and a shield. Make sure you have a shield. Especially a shield with 100 block, which if you're a bandit or a knight or a warrior, a lot of them start with a shield that blocks 100% physical damage. So it's not as hard as what I think people think this game is. It's like a good shield and the spinning tactic pretty much defeats a lot of the enemies. The only one that I don't know what to do about is the demon, the Titanite demon. I don't know what his weakness is. And there's like, let's see, there's one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Titanite demons? 8 Titanite demons in the game, I think. And 2 of them are like really freaking hard because they're right next to each other, and they both attack you at the same time, which is like super fun. That is in Sense Fortress on the bottom floor. But we get the right of kindling before we get into Sense Fortress, so we'll have 20 Estus and we'll be able to kill them. I might die a little bit, but that's okay. Oh yeah, and the key, if you want to be like OP like I'm trying to be, one key thing to do, let's hope we get this guy's shield, by the way. One key thing to do is, oh man, I thought you could pick up the copper or use the copper coin. I don't know why I'm leading this. I'm leading this guy up here because I thought I could use the copper coin to increase my item discovery, but I guess not. Ooh. Damn. So one key thing to being OP is something that I forgot. I don't even know what the fuck I was gonna say. What the hell was I gonna say? I guess one key thing to being OP in the beginning is getting the Drake Sword. And to get that, I recommend not becoming human yet. Like at the point that I am, I didn't become human for a reason. I don't do the bow tactic to get the Drake Sword. I actually hit the Wyvern's tail off with this mace. And sometimes he does a different move. Oh, we got the good drop on him with the 2 large Titanite shards. But sometimes the Wyvern does a move that just instantly kills you, and I don't want to be human when that happens, because then I'll just lose my humanity, and that will just like trigger me. So I'm not gonna do that. Like I said, I'm trying to play cautious. Like another cautious thing that I'm gonna do is get the Curse Bite Ring before we go to the Great Hollow, and get the Lord Vessel before we go to the Great Hollow, because I am not walking back up the Great Hollow. Fuck that. One thing I like doing on this boss is getting the black fire bombs out, because he is weak to those, which is weird because he's an enemy that is in the Demon Ruins, and the Demon Ruins is like 100% fire, and fire bombs are 100% fire. Sometimes he glitches out. Sometimes I can't lock onto him, apparently. I didn't even do a double-handed lock on, which sucks. Let's hope we get his, damn. His weapon will probably be our permanent weapon, because it is a in strength, and it does like 135 damage base, like before you upgrade it. The Great Club, I think, is 135 damage, but it has a B in strength, I'm pretty sure.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
I do have a moment.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Of course.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
Thank you.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
That's Solaire, by the way, if you've never played this game before. He's the best NPC in the game. He helps you out with all the hard bosses. And by all the hard bosses, I mean Ornstein the Smog. And then Witch Beatrice is like the second best NPC, because she helps you with the Four Kings. And the Four Kings can be annoying. If you're on the second playthrough, I'm pretty sure they're really hard in the second playthrough. I hate this shirt. Try to get a closer look at it. I need a wall. It's like leather armor. And I hate it. It's ugly. These guys' armor is cool looking. I like their armor. I kind of like the barefoot look on their armor. I don't know why. Hello.
Oh, there you are. Still keeping your marbles all together? Then go ahead, don't be a nitwit. Never hurts to splurge when your days are numbered.
This and that. I'm done with him. I would buy the heater shield because it's my favorite shield, but we're not. This is also a very good weapon. If you don't want if you're on a strength build like me, and you don't want the like slowness of a great weapon, like you could, I don't know. Like the great club is like a giant hammer, so it has really slow moves, and so is the large club. It's like a giant hammer, so it's like slow. This is like faster, and it has an A in strength. And it does basically the same amount of damage as a great club would with one hit. This takes like 2 or 3 hits, and then it'll be the same damage, if that makes sense. But this is my favorite shield. It does 100% physical block and blocks 70% fire. And it looks awesome. That's what the warrior gets. The warrior gets like the coolest weapon in the game and the coolest shield in the game, but they get the ugliest armor. So.
Ah, this one. Ain't she lovely? Her name is Yulia. She's plumb in love with me. You'd never leave my side now, would you, Yulia? Oh, you can forget it. I'm all that she needs. Careful! She'll bite your little fingers off. Be kind, Yulia, be kind. What a waste of time.
Wait, did I not buy it?
Go and fall off a cliff.
Man, I bought the bottomless box from you. Why are you mad at me? Oh, I think it's because I went back into the buying thing. So I'm still not going to become human yet. I'm going to attempt to chop off the tail of the wyvern. We need 10 dex to use the. We need 16 strength too. So we need 16 strength and 10 dex to use the Drake sword. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to use one of these. No, I just got rid of it. And he might kill me because there's a chance that he does this stupid move. And we might get to show you what the stupid move is. Wait here for a little bit. Double-hand it. And run when he moves. We got the. There we go. He didn't do the stupid move. So if you missed any of them and you have to make it back here, if you stand right here on the 4th step down, he'll fly back up there and his tail will hang right here and you can go like wham and knock it off right there. This is the Sunlight Altar. This is another covenant, but you need 25 faith to join it. But if you do online play, unlike me, I'm not going to be doing online play. If you do online play, if you help 5 people with bosses, you can get into the Sunlight Covenant, or the Warriors of Sunlight, with only 5 faith. It like decreases 5 faith every boss you help someone with, and it stops at the faith of 5, or at needing faith 5. So, like if you help 2 people, it'll lower it 10, so you only need 15 faith to get in, if that makes sense. Alright, so now we're going to get a humanity and with the Drake sword and turn into a real boy. This armor only looks cool when you're human. I don't know why. I think everything of armor looks better when you're human. We played it safe. We're still alive, so we're doing pretty good. I hope I not get like one of these guys' armor. So we're going to use another humanity here. Kindle this fire too. I'm going to get I think every bonfire to 20 in the first playthrough as well. That way, like, by that, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. If you kindle a fire, you get more Estus flasks, and Estus flasks are your health potions. And every time you kindle a bonfire, it increases the amount of Estus flasks you get by 5, and it stops at 20, so you can only kindle it 3 times. And if you get it to 20, or if you upgrade it at any time, it'll carry over to the next playthrough. So in New Game Plus, if I go to that bonfire, I'll still get 10 Estus flasks even though I never kindled it. But the problem with right now, we can't get 20 because we need to get the rite of kindling from Pinwheel, which is he is down in the catacombs. And we are not ready to go down the catacombs yet. Oh man, he heard me. Just trying to sneak up on him. On his shield. His shield is the best shield, in my opinion. Havel shield's really good, but you can't parry with it, so. I feel like I parry a lot. In the beginning, at least. Usually there's a guy, another guy down there. Him. He usually gets stuck on the board. Like, he never runs up here. Let's see if we get the forehead drop. Oh. I don't think I ever get the boarhead from that guy. That was weird. What the hell was he gonna do? He was on some weird kind of taekwondo. History. Since we're gonna be OP in this, we're obviously gonna be wearing Havel's armor. Like pretty much 100 or like 80% of the game is gonna be Havel's armor, or 80% of the playthrough we're gonna be wearing Havel's armor. Because once we get it, we're like probably never gonna take it off. I don't know how much endurance you need to not have to wear Havel's ring, so that you're not like over encumbered. Because Havel's armor is very heavy, and like you need to wear Havel's ring in order to be able to like roll in it fast. But we might be like on this speed of roll the whole game, which is okay, I guess, as long as we're not fat rolling. We're using Havel's armor, by the way, because it does really good defense. And it has like extremely high poise. There's only one more armor I think that might be better than it, but I don't think it is. And it's in the DLC. I think it's like a little bit less than Havel's armor. We might be wearing that armor because I don't think you can upgrade Havel's armor. And the armor you get in the DLC you can't upgrade. Probably, I'm not sure. Let's try to sneak attack this guy because he locked us out. I'm hoping I get the gargoyle's tail cut off weapon the first try. There's a boss coming up. Oh yeah, wait, hold on before I talk about that. Right here. As soon as you walk on that step, the enemies appear. I don't know why that is, but anyway, there's a boss up there that we're gonna fight, the bell gargoyles, and if you cut one of the actually it's one of the achievement weapons. It's for a weapon for Knight's Honor. You have to cut one of the gargoyles' tails off, and if you don't get it this time, there's like 2 other chances that you can get it. So it's not too big of a deal if you miss on the first try. It's not big a deal if you miss it at all this playthrough, because you got like what 9 tries to get it, because you have to play the game like 2.5 times in order to get all the achievements.